Got one. There's our first one, guys. First fish on the experimental jig spinner. Welcome back to Cross Country Bank Angler. You might be hearing some wind right now. I am out here today at this pretty big reservoir, and we're going to be doing something a little different today. You know, this is a bank fishing channel, but I'm actually waiting for my dad. We're going to be going out here on this body of water with the canoe today. So this is a reservoir, you know, it's a public reservoir, and it's got, you know, a reputation for big bass. So that's the main reason we come out here. You know, my dad and I have fished this place like 3 or 4 times before. I think 3 times. And it's, you know, like, it gets a lot of pressure because of that reputation. You know, there's several boats here already. You know, it's a Friday morning. And, yeah, on the weekends it can be very busy. Most of the time when we're here, there's a lot of other people here. And we know we haven't figured this place out really so far, but you know, most of the time when we come here, we catch a few fish. Definitely haven't found like size yet, but yeah, there's bluegill, there's crappie, there's bass. So yeah, the goal today is to try to get on some pre-spawn bass, I think, for the most part. So you know, we'll see what happens. We've got interesting conditions today. It's cloudy, it's windy. It's supposed to warm up, get into like the 60s today, so not bad conditions, really, in my opinion. So maybe that'll kind of help push things in our direction here. I'm really not sure, but you never know until you throw. So let's go. All right, people. So we're heading toward. It's pretty windy right now, and we're heading towards these this riprap, this rocky bank right here. Got a red cotton cordell super spot tied on, that Rayburn red color on the bait caster right now. So we're gonna just try to sort of parallel these rocks, see if there's any bass sitting on them. The wind's blowing to them. You know, the rocks this time of year, they're gonna hold some heat, maybe attract a few fish. So this could be a good spot. Ooh. I'm either caught on something or I've got a fish. I think I'm caught on something. It might be the motor.
No motor, James. We're in trouble.
All right, people, we are clearly not at the reservoir anymore. You know, we tried it for like an hour or so, and basically the weather conditions were very different from what was predicted. The wind picked up a lot more. It started raining pretty steadily, and you know, out there on that reservoir in the canoe, it really started to feel a little unsafe. Still got the red cotton cordell tied on. Gonna make a few casts with it to start off here. Hopefully we can at least catch a couple of fish today. Oh yeah, okay, it goes better.
Moved it up 1 notch.
Uh-huh. Right. All right, guys. So on the spinning setup, I've got kind of a weird jig spinner setup. I changed out the blades on some of the beetle spin wires. Got this brass willow blade, and I've got this power bait swim shad under it. You know, I don't really like these swim shads, but maybe if it's under a blade, a fish will actually bite it and stay hooked. Just kind of experimenting today because we just need to figure something out here, and we got wind, so could work in our favor here. Got one. There's our first one, guys. First fish on the experimental jig spinner. That was the second cast with it, and we got one. Maybe a little flash is going to be important today. Cloudy conditions with the wind. My dad's going back to his tackle box. Oh man, after all the ordeals we've been through today, feels good to finally catch one. That guy actually gave a decent fight too. This is pretty standard for the pond here. About a 12-inch bass. I'll definitely take it. Get on out of here. Appreciate you, fish. Bank's a little steep here, so we'll just give him a little toss. Peace out. All right, first fish of the day. It's been a bit of a journey to get one, but we did it. On the specially modified beetle spin spinnerbait. See if there's another one down there. We were just kind of slow rolling it when that fish hit. Got him to commit to that swim shad finally. We've really had some trouble with that lure. First time catching anything on it in a long time.
Pulled a bunch right when you caught that one right there.
It was like
3 up there and 2 or 3 out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm kind of casting it out this way when that one hit it.
Next best thing might be a spinnerbait.
Yeah, I mean, this is basically a spinnerbait. There's another one. Oh, did he get off? I think he got off. Dang it. All right, so on our ultralight, got a little curl tail grub here on a 1/16 ounce jig head. This was a lure that traditionally worked very well here, and every now and then in recent years I've caught a bass on him. But when I was a kid, a little Mr. Twister, a 2-inch curl tail, could catch you a lot of fish out here. But the lake has changed a lot since then. I got it pretty far that time.
You got it set on one?
No, I dialed the tension back a little bit. And just let it sink down there.
I think letting that thing sink and twitching it, we catch something on that. I thought you had it dialed in when you second cast.
I know. It's Yeah, I don't know. Like I've had that happen several times lately where you try something and in like 3 casts you catch one and then you don't get any more bites on it.
It was an aberrant fish.
Right.
Got him.
Nice. All right, my dad just tried the swim bait jig spinner combo and got a bite. Looks like a decent fish.
Decent.
I think that's bigger than the one I caught.
Oh yeah.
It's a pound, I'd say.
Yep.
Maybe a little more. Nice. It's a little above average.
Yeah, pretty fish.
Nice. Yeah, spinner might be the way to go. Good one.
There's the tooth patches.
There's little crush plates.
Alright. I didn't get the skunk, boys.
Yep. Figured something out. I think. Maybe.
Just switch your swimmer to one of those. Switch the swimmer on here to one of those swim baits.
Yeah. I'll make a few more casts with this one, but yeah, I think I might do that because of the hookup issue. Right. That's kind of what happened when Al caught mine too. Not really fast or slow.
You can't cast that thing too far.
Got one.
I'll be glad to turn it on.
Ooh, man. That one's pulling pretty good.
That was too. Come out of that cold water.
All right, people. We're figuring something out here. We're figuring something out. That's a nice fish. Spinner seems like the way to go. That one wasn't getting away. Look at that. That's a little bit bigger than the last one. Good bass. That was pretty far out too. It wasn't like he followed it all the way in or anything. So there must be still somewhat deep. All right, guys, let's let this fish go. All right, thank you, bass.
So, there he is.
On the Mr. Twister.
Hard to argue with Mr. Twister.
All right. I was doing something kind of weird with it. All right, fish, you're caught. You're caught. Settle down. I let it hit the bottom and I twitched it up, let it sink back down, go in the slack, twitched it up, let it sink back down.
Tells you something. Where'd that fish come from?
The bottom. Yeah. All right, guys, fish number 3. He's a bit smaller than the others, but felt pretty good on the ultralight setup. Hit the curly tail. All right, people, welcome back to Cross Country Bank Angler. I'm out here again with my dad. We're about to hop in the canoe and try a little fishing at this very remote hidden reservoir. The water is looking pretty dirty and stained, typical for this time of year. Don't have a whole lot of time to kind of talk a whole lot more about it, but we're have to put in, got a few hours today. It's nice and sunny, fairly still, not a lot of wind, but you know, in this dirty water, I'm gonna probably try some, you know, pretty hard vibrating lures to see if we can, you know, pick up a few bass or something today. So without further ado, I'm gonna have my dad get set up here and we're gonna get in the water. All right, people, so we've got like maybe a foot of visibility in this lake. It's very dirty. So I tied on this spinner bait. You guys have seen it before. One that I made, one hammered Colorado and one wide willow, both brass. Gonna cast this thing around. Gonna use those vibrations to help these fish find it in the dirty water.
Where'd you get that dual color strut to put on this thing?
The internet. I think it's called like lure net or something like that. I can't remember exactly what the website's called. Lure Parts Online, that's what it was. Got one. All right. Well, it was out in the middle, like you said.
It wasn't at the bank.
No, it wasn't. Oh, I got it. All right. All right, people. It's been a weird day. We haven't been marking a lot of fish on the graph. I'm gonna put him back.
Interesting, we got deeper and we started marking some fish.
Yeah. Might be onto something.
I'll tell you where to put it.
Okay.
Right out there.
Got one. You called it. You called it. That was pretty good.
This one shows that 1 foot. Maybe that's the one you just caught. Look at how washed out.
It's like silvery almost.
It almost looks like it's been bleached.
Look at that, guys. A very pale fish here. My dad basically just kind of called that one out on the sonar. We kind of went over it, then I cast it to it, and this fish came up to hit that spinnerbait, similar to the last one. Look at a picture of this guy. It's so silvery in this muddy lake. All right, guys, let's get this fish back. Number 2 of the day.